What's up, guys? We got a great video from Modern Dating here. She asked for divorce and got mad that he didn't contest it.
I can remember when I told my ex-husband I wanted a divorce. It was December 2019. I go walking in and I tell him, I really want to talk about our marriage. I'm not happy. This man was wearing his headphones because he was playing with a friend and they talked to each other. He didn't even take his headphones off. He just pulled it off his right ear. This is almost 4 years ago now. I can still remember he pulled it off his right ear and he didn't pause the game or stop playing. He continued to play a video game.
4 years have passed, but she still remembers the day she told her ex-husband that she wanted a divorce. His reaction got her mad to the point that she still talks about it. He was playing his video game when she communicated her decision, so he lifted one side of his headphones to listen to what she had to say. And when she finished, he said okay, and continued playing his video game. This is what she can't forget.
Now, she wanted him to fight for the relationship. Him fighting for a relationship, and she'll still end it. So she wanted to subject the husband to begging. She wanted him to beg for her. Why? You want a divorce and then you feel bad that that man won't start begging for you. You've already made up your mind. That's what you want and you're gonna get just that. What else do you want?
She was disappointed as she expected him to fight for their relationship.
I can remember when I told my ex-husband I wanted a divorce. It was December 2019. I remember very clearly having yet another talk with him about how unhappy I was. But this particular conversation, he was in his man cave room playing video games, which was his favorite activity. And I go walking in and I tell him, I really want to talk about our marriage. I'm not happy. It feels like we're roommates at this point and I don't really have a partner, blah, blah, blah. This man was wearing his headphones because he was playing with a friend and they talked to each other. He didn't even take his headphones off. He just pulled it off his right ear. This is almost 4 years ago now. I can still remember he pulled it off his right ear and he didn't pause the game or stop playing. He continued to play a video game.
You were distracting and disturbing that man. He was focused. You know that those are his thing, and that's a go-to place for him to have some peace. He lets you be also, he gives you some time to do your thing, but that's also his time for him to relax, just switch off. Live in a bubble a little bit, forget about whatever is going through or problems that he has. So even when you approached him to tell him that you wanted divorce, he was so calm. And he just realized that, you know what, there's no point in fighting for it, or whatever I'll say won't even make sense. So the only thing to do is, okay, I'm gonna give it to you. So let's check what everybody feels in the comment section of this video. Men ask women for marriage. Women ask for divorce. Now you know who cares. I had a similar reaction when my ex told me it was over. No whining. These ladies need to figure out not to ask for something if they aren't prepared to get it. Same thing happened to me with my first girlfriend, but over the phone. 2005 was playing Halo 2. Finishing that match was more important. The first woman complaining about her ex continuing to play his video games. Why was that his reaction? Because of several years she has been expressing her unhappiness. Once or twice a month, she would approach husband to complain and threaten divorce, manufacturing a problem where there was no problem. He had already heard her complaints repeatedly until he was sick of it. Thus, his response of continuing to play his game and telling her okay.
One thing we know for sure is that she wouldn't be making this video if he begged or cried for another opportunity. She wanted him to fight for a relationship she had already decided to put an end to.
while his wife was standing in front of him, telling him how unhappy she was in the marriage. And I remember when he said to me something about like marriage being forever and whatever, and I said to him, well, maybe some marriages aren't meant to last. And he got so mad at me for saying that, but he didn't stop playing video games to have the conversation with me.
4 years later, she's still unhappy, and he's playing video games in peace with a new quiet girlfriend that gives him space. He's probably playing his video games in peace now. I doubt he's still talking about it. A man respects the vow of marriage and will stay with you even if they are unhappy. I'm glad you stood up for you and chose your own peace and happiness. While she is still thinking and making videos about his unwillingness to fight for their relationship, he probably moved on and is happy with his new girlfriend. This is what she should consider. The only reason she is still upset after 4 years is that his reaction indicates that he also checked out of that relationship a while ago, but she didn't know it. We know how it goes. Usually, even when they are ready to file for divorce, they still want the guy to fight for their relationship. She wanted an ego boost, and since he wasn't willing to provide it, she got mad. He took away her opportunity to reject him, which is why she still talks about it. Based on his reaction, it seems like he also wasn't happy in that relationship, and this is something she should have paid attention to. While she was thinking that she was the only person who wasn't getting what she deserved from their relationship, he was on the other side going through the same thing. Sometimes people are too focused on themselves, and they forget their partner also has feelings.
I absolutely went into marriage knowing I was going to become a divorcee. There was no question in my mind. I knew at some point we would get divorced. The only question mark was when. I thought, when I'm 40, maybe I'd get that title. Maybe then I'd earned it, 10 years down the track. Because I think 10 years in a marriage, that's a pretty good innings in this day and age. That's like a good run. Turns out it was just the 3. In the end, that's all we kind of reached our limit with. But, still got the title in the end. And obviously, I don't want to get married ever again. However, double divorcee is a term that I'm living for. Like, that is cunt, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I'm a double divorcee. Bitch, what? That's Slayana. Almost would be worth getting married again for. But as I said, I'm not going to get married again unless it's someone with terrible health, no living other relatives, and a lot of money. In which case, inquire within.
So it's a thing that they look forward to, get married, and you know what? There's some divorce option on the table. I'll leave him maybe after 10 years. It's at the back of their mind, and they'll find a reason even when there's no reason, because she's just indicated there. And if you look at her, she looks younger, and she's been divorced twice. And she finds pride in that. I mean, that's a reason why she's so proud and she's talking like that. And she's willing to marry a man who's old and sick for his money. Not knowing that even those men, they didn't just get the money. They are not dumb for them to accumulate such amounts of money or wealth. They are clever people. They've been around people that want to benefit off them, so they can see it from a distance. So even if she gets married to one of those old sick guys, she's not gonna get any money, because those guys will just donate the money to one of the charities that they can make contributions to, because we know they all have.
Why would you get married in the first place knowing you would get a divorce? A divorced comedian who isn't funny. He came out on top. It seems like some people think that relationship is like a game where we move from level to level, and they see divorce as one of the levels. She clearly said that before she got married, she already knew that she would get a divorce. So, what is the point of getting married when you already know that you are not in it for a long time? Just stay single if a single life is what you want. That is the best way to go about it instead of getting another person involved. Imagine the guy she married. He probably thought he was about to marry someone who was also on the same page. Someone who was marrying him because she liked him and wanted to share her life with him for a long time, not realizing that she was getting in knowing that she will get out at some point. This is not the mindset of a person who would do everything she can to make the relationship work. This is another reason people need therapy. Her take on marriage isn't what it should be. A lot of people need support, but still don't know it. Her video proves that it's important to understand our partner's mindset. I bet he wouldn't have placed himself in that situation if he knew what her plans were. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if he did everything he could to make her stay, not realizing that she wasn't interested in the first place. Her mind was already made, so there was nothing he could have done. But at the end of the day, he was the one who won in this situation.
Woman logic is that although I don't want to date him, I want him to want to date me. Like, even if I don't like him that much, I want him to be like downright, absolutely, tremendously down bad over me. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna need him to want to get on one knee, and I wouldn't say yes, but I'm gonna need him to do that. This is so psychotic. But
Oh man, she's a cat lady. I'm not surprised she's saying that. She has cats. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing to have a cat, but like, she's a cat lady. Yeah, can we establish that she's a cat lady, and her coming out and being proud, saying she wants men to simp for her, and she don't want to date those men. She wants men to fall for her. She wants men to propose to her, and then she wants to reject them. So she's looking for an ego boost so that she can justify that no, she wants to be by herself with her cats, and she didn't choose to be single. So lady, sorry to disappoint you, but if you are single, you are a cat lady, it's not by choice, it's by circumstance. No one wants you, no one is interested in you, because maybe you're a terrible person, you know, who's looking to just get some ego boost from men, who wants to use men and humble men because they try to like you, you know. Don't even kid yourself that no, you decided to be single. No one wants you.
I want them obsessed. I want his validation, but not him. I don't like him. I like his attention. Same. And the minute I found out he was seeing someone else, I was so jealous. And then once he's too obsessed, it becomes an ick, and the cycle continues. Girl, same. Except now I'm the one obsessed with a guy who doesn't even care about me for real. That's avoidant attachment style screaming. I just want everyone to think I'm hot, and then I want to spend all of my free time alone, next to my dog with no one speaking to me. Most of us know what she is talking about, and we also know this is a common thing in this generation. Modern women are addicted to free attention and validation, and having a guy willing to propose to them is their main goal. As she said, it doesn't mean she really wants him. It's all about getting that satisfaction, and we know most women would want to have that experience at least once. The same happens with those women complaining about not being approached. Some of them are genuinely trying to find someone and are struggling to reach that goal because we are not approaching as we used to. However, there is a good percentage of them who are complaining because they miss that level of validation, and this is what concerns them the most. This is all for today's
Guys,
video.
thanks for watching and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one.